Hello everybody and welcome to the first part of the Let's Play of What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, this is a game that I've been looking for quite a long while. I have read and heard and talked about it a lot. Well, actually, I haven't personally talked because I have not actually played the game, but I do know quite a few things about it. For example, I do know a couple of the sequences. So I know that the game is basically just a walking simulator, but it is a bit more complicated than that. I can't exactly remember like a lot of the plot. I actually can't even remember the basic premise because I looked into the game a little bit into its release. So, and I was highlighted a couple of the more evocative sequences. So, yeah. But I do know that it's gonna be like that we will be exploring different people's memories, basically. So, yeah, it should be rather interesting. So, and that's the reason why we are going to be using facecam for this game. So I will be having the facecam up there at in some corner for the I'd say majority of the game, but it's gonna be pretty small unless, of course, you know, I get a huge reaction or something. So, and it's gonna be also cropped a little bit, quite a bit, a lot. So, it shouldn't be too big of a deal, and it shouldn't take too much of attention away from the game itself. And I'll maybe position it depending on the situation, but yeah, it won't be a big deal, probably. Maybe it will. Hopefully, it's gonna enhance the experience. If not, we'll see how it works out. Anyways, I suppose we should get started. First, I'll look at the settings on my own, though. I have not actually even started the game up yet, so we'll see how that goes. And here we go. Excellent. That is very loud. That peaked the audio, so holy crap. Okay. So here we go. Oh. Very well. Sure.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
That is a cool fade into the game itself. Shift works as under zoom.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
That is a nice way of... That is a very cool way of implementing the journal into this game.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Sorry. I do believe I need to... You think Ultra is a little bit... Damn, it looks beautiful, but I do need to put it a little bit lower just for the recording. Because it's skipping a lot of frames. Yeah, okay. That should be fine, maybe.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Interesting. Finches. 2 roads. Interesting. I really like that way that the story is being told through that, like the birds are appearing and they are kind of like interactive. Can't walk in the... Am I walking the river? No. Missing. Interesting. Gonna make the recording. Ooh. Oh, damn it, that's not a good lighting. Oh dear. Oh well.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
I am... Even without having the graphics on ultra, is
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
actually it's pretty nice that I don't need to read.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
That is an interesting top of that.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Ooh. Okay. This is very lush detail. Okay. I guess that's one way to
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
That is a really interesting way to get into the house, huh? I really hope that there's not a lot of missables in this game, because this looks... I feel like I've already missed a lot of some things, so... It looks very...
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Huh.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
That is very ominous. If I remember correctly, the majority of the people are dead.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Okay.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
I might be quiet for a lot because, you know, it's not like I'm gonna just, there's a lot of story being told. It's not like I'm just gonna interrupt it that much. So.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Okay. That is them. Water.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Wow, that is a very cool way to lead in there.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Okay.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Mysteries upon mysteries.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Okay.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Okay.
Mom must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
Locked. Like with this electrical wire? How do... That is interesting. I guess there's a way to open that later on. Before we go in there.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
10 years old. Oh my... They... Like... That is... ominous. 16? Did everybody die very young? What the heck? 11. Oh. Crap. Those are normal ages. Okay. I mean, 49, that's pretty good. That's not too long, but still.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Ah.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Okay. What is...
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Let's see. Interesting.
But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
This...
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
This is just a...
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
This is just a whole crapload of just environmental storytelling. So much detail in this. What? Okay.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Okay.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner.
What?
I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Okay.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
I have a bad feeling about... Oh god, no. I have a really bad feeling about this. Oh no.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Okay, good.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh.
I ate a lot of things that night.
That can't be good.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Oh no.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I have a really bad feeling about this. There's only one way this can end. I mean, I know this is gonna end in... Oh no.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
I see. That is weird. Oh? Is this just gonna... Either
I jumped and I almost got her.
Either she poisoned herself or she either poisoned herself or, you know, she fell to her death. Neither
I
of
could tell
which
she
are
was
good.
getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I
Oh.
promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
Oh,
All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
I see. Oh no.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What's that? Well, this is absurd.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
That's okay.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Oh. Okay.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What's that?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Well, this is. This is pretty weird. I like that this is just fully interactive. But this is very weird. And a little bit disgusting. I think.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Jesus. That was.
didn't.
Belly with a rusty razor, belly with a rusty razor. It came about a midnight clear, that glorious dawn of
This is a really weird metaphor. Hello.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
This.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Okay. I'm befuddled. I am very befuddled at what is going on right now, so. Okay. This is like the
I got closer and
this
closer.
house. Why are we approaching ourselves? Okay. I don't think we can get up, though. Maybe. No, I don't think we can get up. Towards the light, I guess.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
How did she die, though? Ultimately, how did she die? That's us. That is weird. Well. Very well. But I do believe that's gonna be it for there was saving there, so I think this is a good place to stop for now. I know it's a little bit short this time around, but I kinda need to process this, so yeah, see you in the outro. So that was interesting, that's for sure. But that was also very uncomfortable. I get the feeling that we are going to go through the deaths of all of the characters in the family tree of the Edith, of the Finches. So that's gonna be grim. It's interesting, but there's a lot of people who died young. Anyways, for now, I'll hope to see you all in the future. Have a great day and stay awesome. Ganmu out. I am gonna need need to process this a moment. See you later.